button. Okay. A very good morning, all of you. A very good morning, all of you. I am Rafiq Thartari, faculty of PG Department of Commerce. It gives me immense pleasure to extend to you a very warm welcome on behalf of my KLE's SCP Arts Science and DDS Commerce College Malingpur, who has clubbed all of us for this national level webinar on the topic of National Education Policy 2020, reforming and rejuvenating teaching learning in higher education institutions for the 21st century. So once again, I would like to thank all the participant and resource person for joining us for today's webinar. So let's start the webinar with a guest introduction. There is a quote which says, "Guest is like a book of dictionary in the library of the life in which we find so many hidden talents which are unknown to many." So, with these meaningful words, I would like to request Ms. Rashmi Munoli, Madam, Faculty of Department of Commerce, to introduce our today's resource person. Over to you, Madam.
Good morning, one and all. It gives me an immense pleasure to introduce today's resource person of this webinar, Professor Y.S. Siddegowda, Vice Chancellor, Tumkur University, Tumkuru. Sir is vast teaching, research and administration experience. He is serving in university since from last 38 years. He has published 147 articles in various journals and 6 books. He has completed 17 major research projects and 1 project is in progress. He has guided 25 candidates and awarded PhD. Sir has organized and attended more than 850 national and international conferences. He has also acted as an editor and member of 11 reputed journals and national and international journals. Apart from these all research activities, he also served in many administration designations. He has served as a administration registrar of 3 different universities for 4 times. During the term as registrar, he also served as in charge Vice Chancellor of Karnataka State Dr. Gangubai Hangal Music and Performing Arts University Mysore and Karnataka Sanskrit University Bangalore. He has served as Director of Academy of Sanskrit Research, Director of Student Welfare, Director of University Industry Integration Center, Coordinator of Kingston University Program, and Coordinator of UGC UPEFA2 Research Project. At present, Sir is serving as Colonel of National Cadet Corps, Government of India. He is also serving as Vice Chancellor of Tumkur University. Sir has left his footmark in many other academic distinctions. He has served as Treasurer and Secretary of University Teacher Association, member and consultant of number of industrial professional organizations in Karnataka and also as consultant of many NGOs. Sir's contribution in many areas has been recognized and felicitated with many awards. Looking at his activities in NCC, Sir has conferred the rank of Honorary Colonel and rank of Colonel Commandant of NCC, Government of India. He has been awarded Golden AIM Award as the most dedicated Vice Chancellor on the occasion of the World Teachers' Day. He has been awarded Outstanding Academic Leadership Award conferred by the International Chamber for Service Industry. He has conferred Vishwajyoti title by Shri Vanakallu Malleshwara Mahasamsthana Sukshetra Matha. He has conferred the prestigious award Lifetime Achievement Award by International Chamber for Service Industry for extraordinary contribution to education. In all, we have a highly qualified and multi-level personality in between us, and we feel lucky to listen his valuable words that undoubtedly helps us in adding new things in our knowledge. Once again, on behalf of our college, I wholeheartedly welcome you, sir. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you. Good morning. At At the, are you listening, hearing? It's clear my voice?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we are listening.
Okay. At the outset, I would like to thank college principal and the staff for evincing interest in arranging a timely webinar where that we are on the threshold of the implementation of MEP, Karnataka being the torch bearer from 21 onwards. We are in the process of preparing the curriculum for 4-year integrated course. Hope that all of you outside state people are there. Outside state people are there or only Karnataka? In which language you want me to talk? Host. Hello.
I welcome you all for this beautiful event. Before going to start the event,
Mr.
Hello,
Chetan.
There majority of participants from Karnataka state, sir. There might be some participants outside Karnataka also, sir.
Associate Professor of
Okay.
Okay.
You want me to talk in English?
Yes, sir, you can, sir.
Yes.
born in 1972 in Galamina. He has graduated from the
Karnataka state ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದವರು
So, the college
in 1995. He was a
mainly
and PhD from Gulbarga
teaching that the commerce and the management. Hope that
He has two
what a kind of drastic changes that have taken place
an introduction to
after 1990.
He attended more than 42 national
Liberalization, globalization, and privatization.
has been
The whole country became one. Sensing the changes
radio talks besides conducting workshops on communication skills in English.
that are taking place, especially between 1990 and 2014.
Karnataka University, Mysore University, and Gulbarga University for 25 years
Government of India
on
thought that
job skills and English
the education,
literature.
the present system, what we are following,
He is going to share his ideas on
is not
English in rural colleges,
enough
and new perspectives.
to prepare
We are very eager to
our world
have you with us.
to face the challenges which are unfurled by the global situation,
What happens?
competitive world, and
What happens now?
preparing the competent people was the prime task of the country, any country for that matter, India more so. So educationists thought that we have to have a well prepared that the curricula where that the holistic development in the light of knowledge creation, knowledge dissemination and knowledge accumulation, and dividing the whole thing into knowledge and the skill of having the principle of that the access, equity, quality, affordability, and accountability. You all know that when human resource development department that adopted July 29, 20. If you look at that history, so really that the committee, if you look at the history, formed in 2015, and the committee constituted July 2017, the standing that the committee under the chairmanship of Kasturi Rangan, and the committee deliberated at several point of time and submitted to the union government the report, the draft, new education policy under the title in July, May 2019. From May 2019 to that somewhere between August 2020 up to that July end, the union government made it open to the stakeholders for comment. Friends, the beauty of the implementation of this bill, if you see the what you call that, the procedure followed, gives us a clear evidence as how that methodically that the committee that evolved 484 pages that the recommendation, which that synchronized to 66 that pages in the form of bill to be adopted. If you want to understand the total that the perspective of the national education policy, you have to read that all the 484 pages, you will understand. Here and there, people that talk this national education policy, how far it is going to create this thing, because there is no identity as is in the practice, arts, science, commerce, and the like. So any student can take anything, whatever that he or she feels. We have a total system of that the teaching universities, research universities, and degree granting that autonomous colleges. The beauty, this thing. So what you have that the commerce and arts that college, that if any students that wants under that 4-year that integrated course, that the physics or chemistry or that the zoology, that you have to give. And then right now that you may not be in the position to that open that the biology or zoology or botany or whatever it may be, but you have to send it to this thing. Keeping that in mind, a government that made it open and invited that the comments, all the comments, several thousands, brought it to 2,330 that formed that the suggestions and incorporated in the bill. And if you look at the basic principles of the adoption of that the policy, what for that we are having that a sound education policy. We have that sound education policy for the purpose of developing a good human being. What for that we are sending our children to the school and the college? It is not just to end up in that employment, but to produce a responsible, a well-governed, value-practiced person, civil citizens. The main purpose of this national education policy is to prepare the student for overall development, where the student really takes it so that seriously, learning that in a conceptual way, conceptual clarity of any subject, anything is at most. If you ask anything, just that you take that any concept, liberalization, the person should be in the position to tell that what the liberalization is. If you say that what is the economics, what is anthropology, what is sociology, should be in the position to give a concise understanding of the subject per se, and also that creating in the person a kind of creativity. Every person has creative domain. It is the duty of everyone to create the atmosphere where that the person grow proportionately. And also it is clearly mentioned in one of the 7 functions of the democratic country that it shall be the duty of the state to provide and create the congenial atmosphere, infrastructure to grow according to his or her wish. And also to give access to that the critical thinking, analytical thinking and creativity domains, just like that it won't come. It comes only when the person nurtures himself by adopting all the qualities which otherwise that is that already made available through that the education various components to develop a quality person who can do justice to the presence. In one of the this convocation address, Kumara Mangalam Birla made it very clear, I think that Roorkee IIT or something like that. So I want to see the graduates who can find simple solution to a complex problem. I don't believe in merging any graduate with a mere certificate, BCom, BSc, MBBS or something like that. She should be in the position to find simple solution to a complex problem. See that how beautiful it is. If students can able to find that the solution to the problem, then there is no problem at all. And it goes against the saying of that E.S. Sutherland. Sutherland made it very clear long back. Problems are bound to exist as long as society exists. The prudency lies in the people is to keep under check how good you are in suggesting the curation, in preventing it by taking timely action, and how good you are in suggesting the rehabilitative measures, and how good you are in creating a quality human resources who can able to sustain any type of problem and emerge as a victorious, and promoting the holistic development of the personality. Holistic development here refers to right from our physical, mental, moral, emotional, and spiritual, and newly invented that the positive. So how difficult? Physics, mens sano hai corpore sano. A sound mind in a sound body. Mind. we give that the graduate certificate. What it implies? The person is graduated, means that he is sanctioned that of having a certain amount of knowledge which otherwise helps him in suggesting that solution to any problem or to lead a happy and a contempt life. Similarly, the mind. Milton long back said, mind is in its own place, makes the yavan of yell or yell of yavan. How far that the teachers have been able to nurture right from primary education, that what we have today and what we have suggested in the National Education Policy 5+3+3+4. How is that it is going to integrate, ignite in the minds of the child to have all the faculties so that he can understand the any situation within no time and find solutions. Similarly, the emotional quotient, how good you are in balancing the equilibrium, maintaining sustainability, and the moral education, what that the National Education Policy emphasizes, that the value-based education. How good we are. There may be 100,000 who are knowledgeable. What is the use unless the person has that the moral strength and positive quotient, positive thinking, that of having the sense of empathy, not the sympathy, understanding, taking the seat of the other person and acting accordingly. So how good the ethical, human, constitutional, all the above that this thing is ingredients of every student, it is there in the National Education Policy. We have that change from teacher-centric to student-centric. Gone are the days where that we used to think that teacher as a sage on the stage. During our student days, our teacher used to talk hours together, days together, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. Today, that student doesn't require that much of a spoon feeding like. Today, students, that the personality is to take that a guidance. Today, role of a teacher as a guide by side. So what kind of that the role that the teacher should dispense at is the question now. How good that we are in doing that. From teacher-centric to that student-centric. Coming to the next, that the culture of the state, culture of the institutions, and imbibing, as I already said, that critical thinking, creativity, analytical thinking, equity, quality, and integrating the whole to see that the inclusiveness in the society, oneness. What kind of this thing that you are going to have in your pleasing personality. So live and let live, that a kind of thing which otherwise matters much in the light of eliminating, alleviating all problems which exist at individual level, that the family level, community level, and the national level. So that a kind of things that one should give. That is the principle that which lies in National Education Policy, just to quote, and like that there are so many. Coming to that the illustration parts. What kind of this thing that I already mentioned, what kind of this thing that the teacher should have the role to implement the same. The competency written Cambodium, that it envisions an education system rooted in Indian ethos and contributes directing in transforming India into an equitable and vibrant knowledge society. Recently, our Prime Minister that made it very clear, 21st century is the century of the knowledge. Simple. 21st century is the century of knowledge. It is not that the country is depending on natural resources for its development, overall development. It is the knowledge creation. Fourth industrial revolution emphasizes on knowledge. So to create knowledge creation and skill creation, what kind of role that you should emphasize is the question. That talking, that we can go on talking, higher education developing good, thoughtful, well-rounded and creative individuals. Each that the concept throw light on various aspects of so many things. It is not that. Just to quote one that the describe of Henry Newman way back in 1857. Just I read that one. A university is a place, a college is a place where students come from every quarter for every kind of knowledge. You have arts college, you have science college, you have commerce, you have all subjects. Within that, the stream arts, you have HEP, EPS, HEG, commerce also, science also, CBZ, PCM. Like that, there are so many these things, and people come from diverse that the background and every kind of knowledge. A place where for the communication and circulation of thought, institutions should be the place of circulation of thought, and it is the place where that the proper communication takes place on various aspects. A place where inquiry is pushed forward. Inquiry is pushed forward on anything. Take for example this clip. If you take that, this clip takes two, that iron this thing, and two, that plastic this thing, why two? One can do that one. That one by simply say that this is one pin that is enough to hold this paper. So it is pushed. And all people, you know that in engineering college and medical college and all these things, how students are inventing innovation and excellence is the order of the day. Innovation, it is not taking place in isolation. It is not in vacuum. It has to take place in one of the systems through research. Research is the foremost and fundamental that aspects in this thing. And discoveries are verified through research. Whatever this thing has been discovered is verified. You have seen that the recent, the vaccinations, COVAX, Covishield, and then all sorts of this thing, what is there in that Putin's, that Russia, America, all these things. So many that vaccinations have come. That all these vaccinations, why people are in India that are more that fascinated towards that Covaxin than the Covishield. Covishield directly works with the DNA. Covaxin that serves the purpose of killing the virus. So such a kind of this thing that the discoveries are verified as how that this thing, that is the place, that is the institution where and perfected. Okay, this is correct. Covishield also correct, and Covaxin is also correct, and other this thing, Pyros and other these things. And wherever that lacuna is invented, found out, that are exposed, and road is cleared by the collision of mind with mind. When students join, when teachers join, when researchers join, when that scholars join, that it is the collision between mind and mind, and that knowledge with knowledge. See that how beautiful this thing that is created, a pure, a clear atmosphere of thought which the students also breathe. You see that? What a kind of this thing. This is the place, either it is a university or the institution which is meant for such kind of things. Just to create that kind of atmosphere, this national education policy came into being to create an atmosphere where that the people live problem free, finding solution to all the problems of having a highly dignified, highly worshipped, highly appreciated and accommodated personalities. In sensing, imbibing a sense of attitude of gratitude, creating, imbibing an attitude of gratitude. One must have. What is the use that a medical student takes that the government, that the exchequer is a burden on the exchequer to the tune of 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs. Engineering graduates, 8 lakhs to 10 lakhs. Arts and science commerce graduates, 5 to 6 lakhs, more than that, sometimes 10 lakhs, depending upon the college. He takes and then becomes graduates. And he becomes that the materialistic, accumulating that the property and the wealth for himself. No. This country, what that society has given, should be given it back in a double way. Such kind of pleasant personality that the educational institutions should develop. An attitude of gratitude, first and foremost. A student, a person must have the gratitude for himself by being a very upright person. Such a kind of that the quality life that one should lead. Similarly, that he must have that the gratitude that for his companies alone cannot grow. Friends, relatives, and others. And then the third one, the family. Family is the first, mother is the first teacher. We have to respect. We have to take their name to the faith. And then the community, not the caste I am talking, society. And at the end to the nation. These are the 5 pillars which should stem in the minds of the students, educated persons. But an attitude of gratitude. That is what that the national education policy that emphasizes. You must become a light, not a harbor light. In Kannada we say, ದೀಪವಾಗಬೇಡ ದ್ವೀಪವಾಗಬೇಡ ದೀಪವಾಗು ದ್ವೀಪ ಆಗಬೇಡ ದೀಪವಾಗು ಅಂತ ಬೆಳಕು ಕೊಡೋದು ಇಡೀ ಪ್ರಪಂಚಕ್ಕೆ ಅದಾದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ when that you can able to that cover the whole universe that your life is fruitful and you are successful person. That is what that national education policy emphasizes. This education policy by the digitalization and the research, you know that how important we are taking that these two students to its height through that the research and the digitalization. If you look at the digitalization today, what you have that the social media, people say that this pandemic 19 that created a havoc. No, it has created an opportunity. Of course, lot many losses, so many that hurdles doesn't matter, but we could able to sustain and overcome. This webinar is the living example. Had there been in person that the seminar or the conferences, what a amount of that the money, time, and other this thing that that the college should have spent. Now, with limited resources, can able to reach the all corners of the country, thanks to that ICT, information communication technology, that has been made a major component in the national education policy. It may be that the digital learning resources, digital communication tools, digital productive tools, learning management systems, and then government online programs. How many you have? E-post-graduation, Pathshala, PG courses you have. So Swayam Prabha we have, 32 DHC channel that we have, 24/7. National Digital Library of India we have, 70 Indian languages, 70 languages. eShow, Digital Library, National Program and Technology, Virtual Lab, that you all know that MOOCs in your program that you have to take one paper on online. Now that UGC made that 40% of the total papers can be taken on that online mode. You see that how beautifully that we are moving from present to the future, so as to align ourselves to the changing circumstances. E-Pathshala, distance learning, what a kind of this thing. So the opportunities, no, India is lagging behind in so many things. Also lesson-based learning we have, that one-to-one learning, group learning, that so many things, that video-based learning, blended learning that we have introduced that ABC, academic grade, that the credit systems that deposit like money that you can deposit, blended learning, you can take that classroom too and the classroom this thing. Now that the whole world has become that the classroom, gone are the days only that your KLE societies, that SCP Arts, Science and DD Commerce College. Now that student of that your college can have that the happenings, what are the developments which are taking place at Stanford University, California. How that a research student invented the Google, that you can see. How that Stanford University, that classroom, that labs, that created trillions of rupees, that the business around the Silicon, that valley of that the California. How is that it is becoming? And the like that MIT, and the like that the Caltech College, and to quote, there are so many such. So these are all possible because of digitalization and the research, innovation, and all these things. Friends, for all these things, we can go on talking how important the national education policy is in the light of placing our students along with the students of the most developed countries like America, Japan, Germany, Taiwan, and the like. So really, it is an opportunity. It is an opportunity to develop ourselves. Our role as a teacher, our role as a student is to opponent to adopt that national education policy, because we have so many challenges, no doubt. That's why it is aligned with that the Sustainable Development Goal 2030. We are not in a hurry. Not that tomorrow we are going to create some change, see change in the no.
Internet problem.
We don't believe. India that young population, 60% of the population. India is going to represent as a young country, young India. So how is that young people are going to exhibit their talent, exhibit their knowledge, exhibit their skill in the amidst of the world youth? To become a maybe that your internet, maybe your the participants, so many people might have that the internet problem, that all sorts of this thing, networking and good gadgets, good place and other this thing, and then the creation of digital infrastructure, and then modern teaching methods and the curricula, gadgets, it is not that easy. And then a rural digital classroom that we have to create, it is not that easy. In India, that you know that the classroom situation and all these things, socio-economic, and like that we can list on the list. There are so many problems, but one should not take that the problems as a prime thing. As I already mentioned that our people should be in the position to find a solution to any problem and alleviate it and overcome such this thing and emerge as a victorious. That is the purpose of the introduction of this national education policy, right from school up to that PG level. That's why that is made that multiple entry, multiple exit system. Why multiple entry, multiple exit system? So you can have that your credit at this thing. First year that if you leave joining that 4 years course, you will get that certificate, certain amount of skills, certain amount of specific this thing, and the vocational guidance is given. If you study 2 years, you will get a diploma where that the higher level learning that is possible. And if you continue for 3 years, you will get a degree where that you concentrate on a particular subject apart from other that aspects of your own interest. If you continue 1 more year, you are going to devote that on research, that which leads to PhD. Continue 1 more year as a project, taking project, that you will get that the masters, and then which will also get that the PhD, further this thing, master degree after that is possible. Such a kind of this thing is, that's why that this NEP made that provision where that you can go to that foreign countries and also allow foreign country people to open their schools here. So the whole world becomes one. So that is going to be the order of the day in the days to come. Therefore, it is the duty of every teacher, every management to sell out their all possible that the knowledge as well as that the development of infrastructure in the form of social commitment, so as to see bright India. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to meet all the friends. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for your valuable information on this topic. I hope our participants get more understanding about the education policy. Thank you very much. Before moving further, I would like to request all the participants, if you have any doubts or any queries, you can ask to our resource person. They will ready to respond for your questions. You have only few minutes to ask questions. You can
No, let them ask if you have time. That let them ask any type of question. No problem. Absolutely.
Okay, sir. You can ask any type of questions. You can unmute yourself to ask question, or otherwise you can drop your question on message box. They will read and answer for your question. Okay, be quick. Okay. Thank you, everybody. So let's move to the next part of this function. Function is a mirror of hard work and teamwork. A remark is also mirror of function. With this meaningful word, I request President of this webinar, Shri M.M. Nimbargi sir, Associated Professor of KLE College, Malingpur, to present a presidential remark.
Hello, good morning, my dear friends and participants and resource person. It gives me great pleasure to stand before you to give a remark on the given topic that one is spoken by the resource person. Is it audible? Okay, sorry for the interruption. My dear participants and resource person, it gives me a great pleasure to stand before you to make remark on the a particular topic. Today, a national webinar conducted by our PG department, the young and energetic working force who put all together their efforts for realizing my dream. For that purpose, I would like to first of all be grateful to them. National Education Policy 2020, reforming and rejuvenating teaching learning in higher education. It is the right topic because it is the need of the hour also. Our country should keep abreast a changing condition in ever changing world. Of course, a change is inevitable. It is only the permanent in the nature. Changes, of course, brings about so many challenges and opportunities. Only the entity which anticipate and adopt the changes can survive and achieve growth and development. If we do not cope with the changes, then we are lagging behind the others. A resource person, today's webinar, Professor Y.S. Siddhigowda, Vice Chancellor, Tumakuru University, he has spoken well on the given topic. He has opened all the aspects of New Education Policy 2020. His speech was splendid and more meaningful, knowledgeable. He commits us to abide with the New Education Policy 2020. Our State Higher Education Minister recently announced Dr. K. Ashwath Narayan asked every university to start programs of 4 years degree from this academic year. That means our state higher education institutions should not lag behind the changes that one is taken place in the world. This is the right topic in the right time to deliberate. For making a meaningful deliberation, I am really grateful to Professor Y.S. Siddhigowda, Vice Chancellor of Tumakuru University. And moreover, it is my honest duty that the participants who shows their enthusiasm and join the webinar, they also got meaningful and thoughtful ideas from the resource person. Really, your speech was more mind-blowing, sir. Thank you for your kind cooperation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for presenting presidential remark. So we will move to the last but not the least part of this webinar, that is vote of thanks. So I request Shri Vijay Kumar Kabra, Faculty of PG Department of Commerce, to present a vote of thanks.
Good morning to one and all.
Audio.
Hello, audible?
11.
A warm good morning to one and all. It's my immense pleasure to present a vote of thanks on the occasion of the national level webinar organized by our college. First of all, I would like to convey my heartfelt gratitude to the resource person of this webinar, Professor Y.S. Siddhigowda sir, Vice Chancellor of Tumakuru University, who despite of his busy schedule accepted our invitation and delivered a valuable speech on the National Education Policy 2020. On behalf of the principal, faculty, and the college and the institution, I once again thank you. I convey my gratitude to you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I would also like to thank the president of this program, Professor M.M. Nimbargi sir, who always shown his support for organizing such an events. On behalf of the college, on behalf of my PG team, on behalf of faculties, on behalf of all the participants, I convey my gratitude to you, sir. Thank you, sir. I also would like to thank all the participants without whom the webinar is not success, for showing your interest and having patiently listened to the speech of our resource person. I am sure the information given by sir has definitely help you people to build your knowledge, and it will definitely help you to understand the objectivity of introducing the new education policy 2020. On behalf of our college, once again, I would like to thank all the participants for joining us on this occasion. Now it's time to share one information with you people. The webinar link, feedback link will be shared on the group itself. I request all the participants to kindly submit your feedback, and you will get the certificates immediately on submission of your feedback. Again, thank you, sir, for your valuable words, sir. Thank you.